We have a 2003 Sierra with an intermittent air delivery issue and also a noise from under the dash. Let's figure it out. So this is the noise it's making, and it's coming from this area right here. So for those of you that are familiar with this platform, I'm sure you already know exactly what's wrong with it. But if you've ever wondered exactly why this noise happens, then stick around and hopefully I can show you. You can also make the noise go away if you just choose a different mode position. So it's only making that noise in the panel position. When we scan the vehicle for codes, you can see we have 4 codes in the HVAC module, and 2 of those are for other issues, but we have this B0263 and 3770 for airflow control circuit. So that's going to be for our mode actuator and the HVAC system. And if we look at data, while this thing is making this noise, you can see it's being commanded to 5 counts, and the actual counts are jumping around. And every time it jumps around, that's when you can hear that noise. And you can also see the motor drive command is decreasing and increasing constantly. And honestly, from a diagnostic standpoint, with just that information, you have enough to diagnose this thing correctly and know that it needs a mode actuator. But let's take a scope and see what's actually happening within that actuator that's causing all of this. So if we look at the schematic, you can see that each actuator has a position sensor portion of it and a motor control portion of it. The position sensor receives a 5-volt reference, a low reference, and then it has an output signal circuit going back to the HVAC module. The motor control portion has a 12-volt input going to it from a fuse, and it also has the motor control circuit coming from the control module. And the way it controls it is if it wants to go one direction, it just applies 0 volts. And if it wants it to go the other direction, it applies 5 volts. And once it gets to the position it wants it to stay in, it just leaves it at 2.5 volts. All right, so I've got all of my connections made on the scope now. So I've got one channel on the actual position sensor of the mode actuator, and I've got the other channel on the motor control circuit of the mode actuator. So I'm going to cycle through each mode position, and we'll look on the oscilloscope and see what's actually happening. All right, so at the moment, the mode actuator is in a position. As you can see, it is at 2.5 volts, so that is at rest. And right now the position sensor is reading 1.5 volts. Now when I change the mode position, you'll see this control circuit up top change to either 5 volts or 0 volts, depending on which direction it wants to go. And our position sensor should change with the movement of the actuator. So here goes the first position. You can see it is going up to 5 volts on the control circuit, and our position sensor is changing and it looks fairly smooth. Next position, it went 5 volts for a second to move the actuator, and the position sensor moved with it. So the important thing to see here is that every time the actuator gets to the desired position, our control circuit goes back to 2.5 volts and stays there flat. But take a look at what happens when we go to the panel position. So our motor control pulls down to 0 volts to move the actuator. The position sensor is moving fairly smooth right this minute. But once it gets close to the desired position, you get this oscillating pattern in the position sensor as well as the motor control circuit. So what's happening is the position sensor will not stay at a steady reading, which is causing the motor control circuit to sit there and hunt for the desired position. So the position sensor moves one way and the motor control circuit reacts, and then it moves the other way and it follows along. So it's just sitting there constantly hunting for the right position. And the cause of that is just dirty contacts on the position sensor of the actuator itself. So I've taken the temperature actuator apart on my truck because it's easier to access and they both operate the same way. But basically you have the motor right here that turns these gears that will eventually turn this gear, which actually turns the door. And on this model, the position sensor, I believe, is made into this blue gear right here. So just from my own personal experience, this style actuator was actually much more reliable when it used this type of position sensor. The newer ones actually have fingers on the bottom of this gear and they sweep across the board. And those are the ones that typically fail the most often. And unfortunately, it's the ones that are mostly used today. So I will be needing a mode actuator for my truck. If you found this interesting or helpful in any way, then follow me for more.